Kitchen Corner on Today with Paul. Today I want to discuss making gravy for your Thanksgiving holiday. Just so happen to have an example today I'm going to show you because I have no actual drippings from a bird to use, but that's what you're going to want to use out there from your beautifully golden brown turkey I'm sure you're going to end up with, because everybody's going to be an expert at getting that bird done this year, because nobody wants the family to come over and get disappointed by some ugly piece on the center of the table for carving. So anyways, we're ready to get down to the nitty gritty here, as you know we do. I'm going to show you a chicken gravy today, but that's not what's important. I don't care what flavor it is. Pick your poison, if you will. Beef, chicken, turkey, I don't know, maybe even some sort of vegetable. Who cares? So here's the main important thing. We're going to be focused on ratios with this today. You're going to use 4 ounces of margarine or butter. You're going to use 4 ounces of flour. You're going to use 2 quarts of water. And of course, your base to taste. In this case, today we're talking about chicken base. Now, the important thing is the top part here. The first 3 are important. We're talking about making a ½ gallon of gravy. So you're talking 4, 4, and 2. Now, if you want 1 whole gallon of gravy, you go ahead and bump that up to 8, 8, and 4 quarts. So there you have it. And let's go ahead and show those ingredients. That one flew pretty well, actually. I'm kind of proud of that one. And of course, we got our 4 ounces of margarine there. We got our better than bouillon chicken base here. So there you go. This is on the store shelves. Yeah, I love this stuff. Pretty good. And of course, we got our 4 ounces of flour right there, pre-measured out on a scale. So get used to scales. They're your friend, and not every recipe is going to measure things out by spoons or cups. So get a nice little scale, whether it be digital or a actual spring-loaded scale. It doesn't matter. And of course, we got our 2 pitchers of measured out water, 2 quarts right there. So let's get started, shall we? All right, well, as you can see, we got us a nice cast iron skillet here, preheating up a little bit so we can play around with our margarine and our flour. We're not going to get to that just yet. Of course, I also got a pot here to put water on the boil. So let's go ahead and get that first, because get some. I had that preheating a little bit there. So as you can tell, I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly don't want to waste my time either. Like I say on this channel, time is precious, and when you know it, I know you got better things to do than watch water boil, so I help out that. So what we got to do is we're going to get that to going, and of course, you know, as a nice little reminder, whether it be bouillon let me say that again, please. Bouillon cubes, or your bases, like this chicken base here, better than bouillon chicken base. You only like heat. You want some really hot water, and then that's going to dissolve that. And so there you go. You get this nice rolling boil behind you, behind this base anyway. See, right there, behind. And then you're going to add as much as you want to taste. And that's why I got some taster spoons on the side, because we'll get to that in a little bit. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get us our roux started, our roux. There you go. We got us. Oh yeah, look at that puppy. That's doing up. You know what? I tried the handle on that side, but nah, I ain't doing it. I gotta have this a little more stable. One hand on the skillet, and one hand whisking. We got some whiskey business here. So we're going to get this all nice and melted, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our flour. That's the trick. And once we add our flour, then that is when we got to keep whisking this and whisking this. And what we're going to end up doing, and you're going to see the process here, and don't worry about that. The process is going to be, it's going to start out a little bit, I don't know, maybe crumbly to firm once we get that all mixed together to a certain consistency. But then after that, what we're talking about is we kind of want to melt back down again. So, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and dump that all in. And I know it can be a little scary thinking about doing this because you're like, man, that's a little something different there. Well, it is. We get used to it, and then you get used to how long you do this and all that kind of thing. So, and you see it there. There it is. It's all pretty well nice and firm, and you're like, man, this is still sitting in the skillet like that. Yeah, it is, and it's gonna do its thing. Hopefully, we got a good example here for you today. I haven't really had too much luck with roux at home, but usually I used to use my copper insert pots to do that. But today we're going to try cast iron on gas and see how that does. You should be able to kind of hopefully play with it a little bit here. What we're looking for eventually is more so of a nutty kind of smell to it. There's different levels of roux. I mean, as far as the darkness and these so-called smells that you can get from it. Right now, it's not playing as well as I like, so we're going to keep working at this for a little bit, and I'm hopefully going to get it to a point where it's presentable. Please stay with me. Okay, here we are. We went through a little bit of a crumbly stage with our roux, and it's just on the verge of going to get nice and melty on us. Now, typically in most recipes, they'll say, oh, okay, wait about 5 minutes or so. And really what we're looking at doing here is getting some nutty flavor on this after it cooks for a little bit. But what I'm personally really waiting for is I'm waiting for that melty to happen, and it's starting to happen right there in the middle. You can see how loose it's getting. It's really starting to look nice. And I can definitely smell that nutty on there. You can see a little bit of color change as well. You can see how incredibly it's really starting to, oh boy, it's hard to keep together. You can see where it's getting real wet looking in certain melting spots too. But honestly, I'm not too concerned about this right now. I think it's looking good. You see how it's getting nice and moist right around this area here. I'm actually going to go ahead and call it and say we got our roux today. So there you go. Don't go too far with things either. That's another lesson learned. Just know what you're looking for sometimes. That's real nice right there. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do, because my feel on this is, I'm going to go ahead and get this off where that burner was. We're going to go ahead and put it on the so-called temporary trebuchet. Just kind of get it off that stove. Now, of course, I'm still waiting for this water to go to boil. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while you stay with me, is transfer it over to this burner with a larger flame, and I'll be back with you when it's at a rolling boil so we can get our chicken stock actually made here out of our basin water. Alright, as you can see, we are at a full rolling boil now, so now is the time we're going to introduce this chicken base I keep talking about. I know, right? Just about tired of it. Just for fun, I'm going to say the name again. Better Than Bouillon. There you go. Pick yours up today. But just so you know what it looks like, almost looks like some sort of Gerber's puree there. As I happen to have a handy dandy spatula there. My favorite type actually. It's got the curvature on it. Yeah, I like that kind. And we're just going to go ahead and dial up Ladouille and give that a stir. I'm not too afraid about the heat with the rubber. I've been down this road before. This ain't my first rodeo, as they say back in the States. So we're going to do that real quick. Give it a nice little stir. And also, just for your purposes, don't be shy about keeping plenty of teaspoons around, as it were, because hopefully you get it right the first time. But let's just say, just like on Today with Paul, ain't nothing perfect. So you're gonna be tasting this a couple times, and make dang sure you don't burn your mouth. This is a full rolling boil. So there you go. Now, personally, I'm looking at that right there, and you can kind of tell by the cloudiness sometimes. And I can kind of see how some of the sediment is settling in the bottom of that spoon, so to speak. And this comes with practice. It comes with a good eye. And also, I just want to mention to you, don't hold your hand above a boiling pot of water. I'm a professional, as it were. Don't try it at home. I'm trying to bring you a quality video. So here goes nothing. I'm gonna blow on this sample real quick and see what I come up with. Oh yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Don't do that either, by the way, but that's perfect. I'm good on that. I don't need any more. I don't know how that happened that I did that, but yeah, that turned out perfect. Now, of course, we're gonna need our whiskey again with our nice roo. And you can go ahead and dump that right on in there. And then what I'm gonna do is, of course, go ahead and actually get our roo in. So let's do that. Now, of course, you're gonna have to boil the heck out of this still. And oh yeah, look at that reaction. And you're gonna have to whisk. There you go. Oh boy, what a beaut. Looks like I got a little bit of cleanup to do. Okay, welcome back. So you can tell in the bottom left hand of the screen there, I had me a little bit of a boil over. Nice little tip out there, nice little friendly reminder anyhow, as I always say on my channel and Kitchen Corner anyways. Know your equipment. That boil over happened fast once I added that roux, and this is the first time I've made gravy here in Today with Paul Studios. So tell the truth, I should have babied it just a little bit more. I know sometimes these gas burners here in this studio just so happen to have some real steam heat. So yeah, we're bringing this back up a little bit, and we're just going to keep stirring until we start to get thick. Now really what you want to do is you want to go until you get to a full rolling boil again, and it starts to thicken up. So stick with me, and we'll go ahead and get this to where it should be, and give it a little taste, shall we? As you can see, we're at a full rolling boil now with our roux in there, and all the base in there. And you know, to tell the truth, this is not a very thick gravy here. Although, and proof is in the pudding, I feel that it's quite a bit looser than I'd like, and also just, you know, it looks a little bit more soupy than I'd like. But, you know, you can always, like I say, bulk up your roux if you want, you know. And if you like a really thick gravy, you go ahead and put in twice as much to roux. But as you've seen already, be careful of putting it in there while it's too hot. So, as you can see, that full rolling boil. Now, you could also boil it for longer and stay here and do all of this for a real long time if you want it a little thicker, because the longer you cook, you know, the thicker it can get. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call it here on Today with Paul. Go ahead and give this a shot. So I got this spoon here, and as you can see, it has a little something to it. It pours out pretty fast, but there you go. It still kind of hangs a little bit. Yeah, not too bad. So anyways, certainly looks tasty. So let's go ahead and give it a taste, shall we? That really is very tasty. Oh my gosh. I'm very happy with this gravy today. Actually, you know, truth is, it might be about right for me. You know, I don't like a real thick gravy anyways, but do what you like best out there for you and yours. And of course, I want to thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing as always. And of course, I hope to catch you next time. Peace.